There's bad news in Minnesota. Hunger is a growing problem. The good news is 12 unique nonprofit groups that provide food and services across the metro all benefit from the Walk to End Hunger held on Thanksgiving Day. Meet this week's featured partner agency.
"40 years ago, a group of neighbors from different churches in the community sat down around a kitchen table and they began to talk about their neighbors. Their neighbors who had problems, no food, sick, had to get to the doctor, no transportation, no family to help. They just decided to respond with food, with transportation, and any way they could help to make an immediate and positive change in their neighbor's life. And that's how VEAP started. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Good morning, thank you for calling VEAP. This is Hazel. How may I direct your call?
40 years later, today, we are still reaching out to our neighbors in need. Today, VEAP is serving the largest working poor population in the state of Minnesota. These are people who have often one, sometimes two jobs. So they live in what we call a house of cards. One thing happens, car breaks down, the child gets sick, they don't go to work, they can't get to work, they don't get paid. Those are the issues that they face, and when they face those issues, they have to make some decision. Do they feed their children? Do they pay for the car repair? Or do they pay for rent? Those are pretty tough decisions.
I, at the time, was working 3 jobs, and just certain things, car needed to be fixed, and things just weren't meeting, and just getting out of the car and looking around, I made that first step and walked in the door, and was totally different experience than what I was expecting. I was warmly welcomed and not looked down on.
I want them to have a great experience when they come through the door or via telephone when they call in. So just having the knowledge of VEAP and what you can do to help them, it kind of empowers me.
When an individual comes for help, that's the presenting issue. When they come for food, we know there's something else going on. People just aren't hungry because they couldn't get to the grocery store. People are hungry because they don't have the economic resources they need to buy food. No one does not feed their children. No one.
The dairy case from the milk over, those items are 0 points. You could take what you could use of that. Everything else would count as 8 points.
I guess you think food shelf, you know, TV, movies, you know, it's dark, it's dingy. But when I got in, it treats you like you're at a grocery store. I mean, you have options. You can just, you know, pick and choose, pick stuff off the shelves that you want, and you're not going home with a lot of stuff that you really wouldn't use. I think it relieves a lot of stress from you. It's kind of empowering. I was getting divorced from my wife. Soon after that, 8, 9 months after that, I was laid off. I have 2 children. So that's when I really stepped up and really wanted to seek out some assistance.
If you give a neighbor a leg up and you step in and help them, that gives them a chance to help themselves. And if they help themselves, they become more stable. And that's a stabilizing effect on the entire community.
It's not just help you to constantly help you, it's to help you to see if you can help yourself at some point and then get better.